Hey up everyone, welcome back to the Rugby League History channel. I hope you're all well. Tonight I'm going to be doing another Forgotten Rugby League Ground in the Forgotten Rugby League Ground series. And tonight it's going to be the Royal Agricultural Society Ground. Before I get into that though, thank you to everyone that's subscribed to my channel. I'm at 619 subscribers at the moment. My next goal is to get to 650 subscribers. Thanks to everyone that's recently joined, and thanks to everyone that's supported me from the very beginning. So getting back into this Forgotten Rugby League Ground, strap yourselves into your time machine, grab yourself a Coke or a pint of lager or whatever you want, and I'll take you on a journey all the way back to 1907, 1908. So the Royal Agricultural Society Ground, or where it's located now, Fox Studios, it's in that promenade where you had the Sydney Football Stadium, the Sydney Cricket Ground. It was built in 1882. It's a very, very important ground in the history of rugby league in Australia. So in 1907, on the August 17th, 1907, the ground hosted a breakaway rugby league match between a New Zealand All Blacks side and New South Wales. That was the first match played there, and New Zealand beat New South Wales 12 points to 8. The ground was the home ground of the Eastern Suburbs District Rugby League Club, also known as the Sydney Roosters. That was their home ground between 1908 and 1910, and it was also the main home ground for South Sydney between 1908 and 1920. The first New South Wales Rugby League match, or NRL match you want to call it, was played there on April the 25th, 1908, when South Sydney defeated Western Suburbs 42 points to 7. Poor old Western Suburbs. The ground also hosted the first grand final in Australian Rugby League history. That was played on August the 29th, 1908. South Sydney defeated Eastern Suburbs 14 points to 12 to claim the first New South Wales Rugby League Premiership. The last grand final to be played at the ground was on the 22nd of September 1928, when South Sydney once again defeated Eastern Suburbs, although on this occasion it was a bit of a flogging. South beat Eastern Suburbs 26 points to 5. In total, the ground hosted 7 New South Wales Rugby League grand finals. South played in 5 of those, and South won 5 of those. So they pretty much dominated that ground as their home ground and in finals and grand finals. South Sydney played a total of 83 matches there. They won 56 games. They had 22 losses and 5 draws. There was 298 matches there played in total. That includes Australia-England matches, State of Origin, well, the precursor to State of Origin, New South Wales and Queensland matches. It hosted a whole bunch of other things, World Series cricket. It was a speedway as well. The final match to be played at the ground, that's a rugby league game, was on the 11th of April 1987. When North Sydney defeated St George 18 points to 16 in front of 24,000 fans. In the last 30 or 40 years that the ground existed, it rarely hosted rugby league at all. To put that into perspective, the previous New South Wales Rugby League match that was played at the ground was 20 years earlier, when St George beat Belmead 15 points to 13 in front of 23,000 fans. The biggest ever crowd that witnessed a match at the Royal Agricultural Society Ground in terms of just a regular club game was on May the 18th, 1929, when South Sydney defeated Western Suburbs 13 points to 7 in front of 36,818 fans. And the biggest ever crowd to feature at the Royal Agricultural Society Ground was an Australasian game. So it was Australasia v England on June the 9th, 1910. And 50,000 people turned out to watch that game, and that was a 13-all draw. In 1998, the Royal Agricultural Society Ground, or the Sydney Showground it was also known as, was demolished and it was repurposed. You can still go there today. They've kept one of the old stands there, and they've still got the clock tower. It kind of looks like a little mini Big Ben. They've kept that, but the rest of it's all changed. It's in that Fox Studios promenade. It's worth checking out. I'm not too sure if there's one of those plaques from the centenary year saying that this ground hosted rugby league matches. I'd go and check it out myself, but I don't live in Australia, so if you're bothered enough to go check that out, then go ahead. But that's my video on the Royal Agricultural Society ground, also known as the City Showground at Moore Park there. A very important ground in the history of rugby league in Australia. Anyways everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you really enjoyed it, consider sharing it with your friends and family out there. And if you've not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I'm currently at 619 subscribers, looking to get to 650. Anyways everyone, this is Rugby League History signing off, and I'll catch you all later in the next video. Alright, tatty bye now.